All right. Well, welcome back to another video. I'm up a little bit uh, now, and after I upload the video, I call my kids to see how they're doing. I had to check up on them because since their mother left, she left us after I left, which was around, you know, around 12:30 or so. And so I called, asked my son if their mother called to check up on them. He said yes. I said, what time did she call? He was like early at 4 o'clock. All right. Well, it is 10 o'clock now. Right. And she think I guess once was enough for her. Practically gone. You know, almost the entire day. And so I have to keep calling them to check up on them, make sure that they're okay. Again, as a parent, if you're out, you leave your kids by yourself, which I wouldn't, particularly at the age that my kids are at, 14 and 9. Um, I'm not going. I would never go out all night, all day or all night, and leave my kids by themselves. Okay, um, I would not do that. But again, when you talk about single mothers, particularly single black mothers, right, who are raising, who 80% are raising children in a household, in a single headed household run by women, this is what they do. And then they wonder why their kids are failing in school, particularly since they can find the energy and the time to go out all day, all night, but they cannot find the time and the energy to sit with their kids to help them with their homework, to review their homework, okay, and to install some discipline and some structure. They refuse to do that. No time or energy for that at all, okay? And when you talk to them about it, oh, I don't have the energy, I don't have the time, I work all the time, right? This is what they do. So as a father, this is, I have to uh, call, check up on them, ask them to do their homework, tell them to read, tell them to study. Uh, and again, you're gone almost the entire day, and you only call to check up on your kids once at 4 o'clock, and then it's now 10 o'clock. Well, you know what? Like I said, they've conditioned these women very, very well in terms of destroying their children's mindset, right? And instilling subconsciously emotional. Uh, um, what's the word I'm looking for here? Uh, um, or yeah, an emotional abandonment issues in children. Okay, as they get older, it plays out, right? As they get older, that subconscious conditioning plays out when they get older, and these women themselves understand that. I shouldn't say understand that, but they know this. They know this because they themselves were either raised in a situation where most of black children, including people my age, were raised in household led by single women. But they don't care. Like I talked about this, they lack the inability to understand, to self-correct, and they abandon their children, especially boys. Okay, I was going to do another video today on my from my Facebook Live, talking about yesterday at my son's graduation. Okay, most of the kids who were academically who excel academically were the girls, and I'm saying to myself, wow, when you look around the crowd, it was mostly women. Okay, so that goes to show you how they have abandoned their male children Okay, and it's because they've been conditioned subconsciously to hate the male, their male counterparts, including their own male children. And I'm like, and as I just was just talking about, they hear the police siren outside. Yeah, that's what they've basically they're sacrificing their boys, right, so that they'll end up in jail, right, because of a deep wound that they have towards their father or towards men, particularly black men in general. And instead of seeking professional help, you know what they do? They rebel against the men who have nothing to do with their absentee fathers or other men who have, and I shouldn't, before I word this wrong, other men who they've dealt with who they, because of their lack of understanding of who men are, right, and their lack of understanding of themselves, help to create a toxic situation between them and those men, and even their kids. All right. So when I saw this, and I'm just like, wow, you know, and it's interesting because most of the women who were there, who were the faculty and gave speeches, that was all about God and valedictorian and those young, brilliant uh, teenage girls that gave speech, thanking God. So when I talk about how they within the school system, right? Particularly, you start to see, you not start, but they've been doing this in terms of um, getting rid of black male uh, teachers. Okay, there's an intention as to why they do that, because they understand that when black boys see black male teachers, they tend to do better. So you replace a lot of the black male teachers with white female teachers, white male teachers, black female teachers who are highly religious, okay, who have who don't even see black kids as extension of younger extension of themselves, right? You can have a situation where you have this young boy who was shot 10 times, right? Mistaken identity. And you have a black female principal barring him from coming to graduation, saying that I'm not the one who act or engage in behavior that caused me to get shot. Now, this young boy and another young teenage girl was shot, the boy was shot 10 times, by somebody he didn't even know, right? Mistaken identity. But instead of her trying to reach out to this young boy parents, she sent a letter barring him from attending his graduation. He worked hard. He got, I mean, this is so frustrating, okay? But this is the mindset that is taking place within the school system. Even in my daughter's school, and I've said this even when my son was going there, where you have white men, white male teachers, white female teachers, black female teachers, okay? And a lot of things they let, a lot of things that they let happen in that school, right? And particularly against children who parents may not be religious, or may be of a different religion, because these people, they're Christians, right? These are the highly religious fanatics, okay? And you'll see, this is they do things like this, right? They ignore kids when the kids go to them and say, hey, you know what, this kid is bullying me, particularly, especially me. I'll be up at that school all the time. You guys know that, right? I'm not tolerating that. Okay. But this is what happened. Just like you have again, these black people who are the high most black women in general. Okay, in general. Okay, 80 something, 85% of black women are more religious than black men. 70% of black men are more religious than all other groups. 85% of black women are more religious than all other groups. Okay? Because they have created within the minds of the black man and black woman, right? Which I call them Negropeans, right? A mindset in which most of them ignore the reality. Okay? So, what happens when you ignore your reality? Particularly when it comes to your kids? What happens? Particularly your male children. All right? What they do is that they throw them out to the predators. And who are the predators? The white races on the police force. The white races in black skin. The white races who are Asians, Hispanics, other group of men and women on the police force that hate young black people or black people in general. All right, this is what they're doing. No, but this is all part of a bigger conspiracy against black people. And I say the word conspiracy, yes, yes, because you look at the definition of conspiracy, it's to deny a person or a group of people of their rights, their inalienable rights, the right to happiness, the right to justice, the right to uh, 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 congregate. Okay, their right to walk up and down the streets without them being subjected to unlawful search and seizures. Okay, setups and frame-ups. And so, yeah, like I said, I said to myself, I have to do a video on this because I'm like, wow. You know, it's let me tell you, it's a shame. It really is. Anyhow, I will speak to you guys in the next video.